Good morning. Good morning. I hope that everybody is feeling good. Quickly gonna make sure that it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. So how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Good morning, everybody on Instagram. Yeah. So, what's new, guys? What is new? Good morning, Rachel. Business partner in crime. Ah, it is going to be an amazing day. I can just feel it. Is that just me? So I know that I've been starting most of these lives thus far with kind of a topic, like a theme that I have in mind to talk about, to share with you guys. But before we even think about things like that just now, I actually want to check in with you. So, how are you guys doing? I know that even if the sun may be shining, we may not be feeling amazing. But I would love to kind of get a little bit of conversation going this morning. So let me know how you are. If there's anything that you need, if there's any way that I can help support you guys, in whatever way that might be. And if you guys are feeling all good as well, then absolutely share that too. Just kind of want to hear, from you guys. If there's anything that you need, if there's anything that's really been helping you so far, that something that you've been practicing, something that you've been trying out in your life, something you want to share, so let me know what inspires you, and or if there's anything that you want to be working on, if there's any way that you need a little bit of support, maybe. Yeah, fair enough, Rachel. Rachel's just said, I've got my camera on landscape now. So how do you do that? You let these lives just to switch off and distract from everyday life. Yeah, fair enough. That's cool. And thank you, Margaret, for jumping on and sharing that as well. That's always really great to hear that kind of I guess, at the format, the structure of what we've been doing so far is clearly really working then. So that is awesome. And yeah, I hear you. It's always nice to have a place to connect and to shift away our attention from what's going on around us outside externally. Instead, just maybe find a place where we can feel a little bit more comfortable here. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, you guys. That's really appreciated. So today, the theme, the focal point, the topic is going to be steady ground. Our practice is going to be a little bit stronger, perhaps, than yesterday, but it's going to be slow, we're still going to feel grounded. And we're just going to feel really, yeah, steady and strong in ourselves. As always, if you are able to join in on a yoga practice when we hit the mat in about 25 minutes, then you are welcome to. If you can't join in with a movement practice for whatever reason, that's okay. Do not worry. Just join in with what you can. And I would actually recommend you stay on this live even if you can't join in with a movement. At least you can still join in with the breath count and kind of feel a little bit connected to everybody. And if you are able to join in for everything, then that's cool with me too. So steady ground, right? I mean, I feel like lately we've all kind of had the carpet ripped out from underneath our feet, so to speak, in the sense of what perhaps is or was normal has kind of changed a lot. And you see a lot of people say new normal is lockdown, new normal is being at home, new normal is cabin fever and no routine. And what day even is it anyway? And I kind of want to just hone in on the point that this is not the new normal. This is the temporary normal. It's kind of like the cocoon phase, I think. So I really strongly believe that everything is going to be shifting a lot for the better once everything in this temporary normality ends. I don't think things will be the old normal, and I think that's an amazing thing. I really believe that a lot of the systems we had in place, a lot of the ways we were living, they haven't been serving us for a while, and I feel like we're all slightly waking up to realize that. There's a lot less people, at least from my experience now, there's a lot fewer people kind of in blinker mode, not really knowing what's going on and not really caring what's going on and just being stuck on a little bubble of scroll or whatever. I feel like we're all starting to think and see a little bit more expansively. But regardless of what I think is waiting for us at the end of this temporary normal, it's really important for us to find a steady ground, even in this little bit of a cocoon / limbo period, right? Because I think this might be where we feel the most unsettled of all. We suddenly, as I said before, we've had the ground ripped out from underneath our feet. Everything has kind of changed. But I strongly, adamantly believe that we can still find kind of steadiness and groundedness, even when stuff's a bit cray. And how do we do this, right? There's a few different ways in which we can find stability. I've spoken about a few of them before. So having a routine, having structure, I think right now is really helpful. Just so we have a sense of normality, even if that routine isn't the same as what it was before, I think we can create a really strong routine now. Whether that is just simply meaning you're getting up and going to bed at the same time every day, that's an amazing way to have a structure, like a larger degree of structure in our lives. Maybe it is more about kind of enjoying the simple rituals, making the beautiful first coffee of the morning and just drinking it slowly while looking out of the window and watching the birds. Can be as simple and enjoyable and potent as that. Maybe finding solid ground comes more in our practices throughout the day. Maybe we're checking in with ourselves a lot more. Maybe we're focusing on breathing a lot more. We find solid ground through our relationships too. Maybe that is talking to people that you know will support you. Maybe that's taking a step back and focusing on kind of having less conversations, but more meaningfulness with them. Whatever it may be for you, I really, again, think we can all find a degree of stability, the sense of solid ground, even when things are a little bit unsettled. So, going to have a really grounding meditation practice this morning. And as I said, our yoga practice would be a little bit, we're going to still move with the same sense of groundedness, the same slow, mindful pace. Maybe we'll be doing poses that are perhaps a little bit more challenging as we move into some standing poses. I've also may throw in a few balances here and there, because I don't think there's anything that will shift us to a place where we kind of physically need stable ground as when we are in a balance. Because we need to create our own stable ground, we need to be present, and we need to consciously kind of create this stability in order to have stability. I'm sure we've all been there when we are in a particular yoga posture, whether it's tree pose or whether it's headstand. And we know that if we aren't switched on, if we're not fully looking for stability, if we're not kind of being super aware of every micro shift that we are making with our body, then we're probably not going to be able to hold the pose. And this is so applicable for real life, like off the mat as well, hey? Because if we aren't aware of what is causing us to shift, to wobble, to feel unstable, then we are probably going to wobble and shift and feel unstable. So I guess in essence, what I'm trying to say is it's a kind of a call to action to create our own stability and to feel supported and to feel empowered in our ability to support ourselves a little bit more if we can. So let me know how that lands for you, if anything's come up. If there's anything that perhaps you feel out of all of that really speaks to you. Good morning, Nina. Lovely to have you here. So just a quick recap, we've been thinking about this idea of kind of stable ground, solid ground. What practices we can cultivate in our life to help us feel more stable and grounded. And this idea of being mindful and checking in with ourselves on a really regular basis, so we can make sure that we are staying settled and stable and really grounded. So I'm going to shuffle back a little bit. I can see on YouTube it's kind of like shoulders and head. We're going to find a little bit of meditation practice now as well. They said this meditation practice is all about helping us create this idea of stability, of stable ground. So I feel like I'm doing a lot of bum shuffling on the floor these days. When I'm teaching my private clients and things, I'm just like, I'm not going to stand up. I'm going to kind of crawl. Not entirely convinced that may be human evolution at its finest, but there we go. So moving into our meditation. Wherever you are, make sure you can find a comfortable seat. If you don't feel too comfortable sitting on the floor, you grab a cushion. And if you know that you're more comfortable sitting on a chair, go find a chair or your sofa, anything that you feel like you need to feel supported through your back and comfortable through your legs and your hips. Let's take 3 really slow breaths all together. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly taking a big breath in on your own, fill your lungs to the top. And slow breath out again, empty your lungs completely. Let's inhale together for the count of 3, 2, 1. Sigh out through the mouth as you exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhaling all together, keep the count. And sigh out through the mouth as you exhale, let it all go. One last time. Inhale, slowly, fully expand. Exhale, completely stick your tongue out, lion breath. If that feels good, just let everything go that does not serve you. It doesn't matter if you look a bit crazy, no one is watching. And then let's come into this idea of finding our solid ground. So whether you are sitting on the floor, on a cushion, on a block, maybe sitting on a chair, on your sofa, in bed, or just notice the contact points that we make with the air. Maybe it's your sit bones. Maybe it's the outer edges of your feet. If you're lying down, notice the contact, the whole of your back body making this connection with the surface beneath you. Just honor this unbreakable, unshakable sense of connection with the earth. The earth keeps moving, and so do we. But we can still come back to this idea of finding solid ground beneath us all of the time. You want to have a bit of movement to get more comfortable before we shift into a deeper meditation. You're welcome, maybe do some neck rolls. Maybe you're rolling out your shoulders. Maybe you're doing a circle through your upper body if that feels good. Just finding a sense of comfort. Again, see what you can do to let go of anything that does not serve you. Anything from old world you, old story you. Any coping mechanisms or any thoughts that are not serving you in this temporary normal, in this limbo, this cocoon. Taking in the world around you before you close your eyes. And though if they are closed already, do not worry, keep them. Just notice what you can see right in front of you. And what you can see to the left and the right without turning your head or shifting your gaze. Seeing what is on the periphery. What's at the top of your vision and what's the lowest thing you can see, again, without turning your head. Listen out for any sounds around you without straining your ears. You can hear so many birds this morning. Feel the touch of your clothes on your skin. And tune into the parts of your body that are grounded, that are connected to the earth. And from there, go ahead and close down your eyes. We can find this idea of stable ground within us, as well as around us. Sit up tall through your spine, creating this strength through your backbone. Create this sense of integrity through your body. Making sure that you're still comfortable even as you find expansion through your shape. And see how it feels to breathe with complete awareness. Slow breaths in. And slow breaths out. We do not even need to think about active breathing in the sense of trying to force the breath in a fast way. Let's instead relax our body, our mind, and our breath so we can breathe fully in a really slow, relaxed, gentle way. There is no rush for the next breath that is always coming. We can find solid ground even as we enjoy our breath. And every time you notice that your mind has wandered, maybe into an old story, an old thought pattern, something that does not serve you, gently shift your focus back to the breath. Just asking yourself one question only today. And that is, what can I let go of that is stopping me from feeling stable or grounded. Sometimes these practices that we bring in to try and control ourselves to feel more stable or grounded can often be the things that are actually stopping us from feeling the way we want to feel. I.e., sometimes we have to let go of the things that we brought in that we think will help us by controlling us. Maybe sometimes letting go of these things are exactly what we need to feel more stable, grounded, settled. You can find your answer exactly where you are in meditation. You can place one hand across your forehead, one hand to your heart, if that helps you connect a little bit easier to your intuition, your higher self. Taking in the first answer that comes up without questioning it. Knowing that that is the most intuitive answer, the most deepest answer that will come up. Place both hands on top of your heart. Just breathing into your hands. Sometimes we can feel our most stable when we actually let go and feel a little bit lighter. Bring your palms to touch now, thumbs to your sternum, your breastbone. Lift your sternum to meet your thumb. Slightly lift through the heart. Being grateful for everything this beautiful day will bring. And explore what you can do more of or less of to come back to this idea of solid ground beneath our feet. Bowing forwards for a moment in complete gratitude. And slowly lifting your head when you feel ready. Letting the light back in as you open your eyes. No rush. I think we have a yoga kitty cat today. So we're going to move through, as I've said before, a slow, steady, strong practice. We're actually going to start in child's pose. It might not feel the strongest pose of them all, but it's a fantastic way for us to get grounded. If child's pose doesn't feel too great for you, for your knees, your hips, you're welcome to lie down on your back instead. Otherwise, we're bringing our knees maybe quite wide, maybe together. See what feels good for you. Big toes can touch behind your back, behind you. Slowly melt your hips onto your heels. Have your hands out in front of you as you relax your forehead towards the mat. I would prefer your forehead to be on the mat when your hips are all the way down. So if you can't quite access both at the same time, lift your hips a little bit so that you can relax your forehead. Maybe even close our eyes again for a few moments here. Relax your arms so your elbows can be bent, your forearms to the mat. Take a few breaths now into the back of your body. Breathe in and out with the intention of expanding through your lower back, the very lowest part of your spine before it meets the pelvis. Let's start thinking about expanding this area almost as you breathe in. And then softening and relaxing this area as we breathe out. Finding a sense of groundedness underneath our palms, our forearms, beneath our forehead, our shins and the tops of our feet. In child's pose, we are kind of bringing ourselves into a rounded ball, like we're really turning our attention inwards as we round inwards. So find your ground, find your stability, find this solid sense of connection to the floor and also to your breath. Take 3 more breaths right here. And slowly making our way to tabletop hands and knees. Bring your wrist creases beneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Just have a few moments to kind of move side to side. Maybe warming up through the hips as we do this, through the shoulders, but also through the wrists. Can almost do figure of 8 kind of movements if that feels good. Shifting forwards, right, and back and left. So really starting to have some just free movement, but still keeping it quite slow. Keeping it mindful. And when we feel ready, let's gently step one foot and then the other to the top of our mat. Bend generously into our knees. You can find ragdoll arms capturing opposite elbows if that feels good. Just allow your hands to rest towards the mat if that feels better. Whatever will make you feel more grounded, more centered, more settled. And shake your head a few times, move out your shoulders. Have a meow from Yoga Kitty Cat. And slowly, let's all take a deep breath in right where we are. And as you breathe out, relax our fingertips down to the mat if they're not there. Alright. We'll slowly begin to round all the way up to standing. And when I say slowly, I want us to take maybe 2, maybe 3 or even 4 breaths to get all the way there. Arms can stay down by your sides, chin to chest. So the crown of your head is the last thing to rise. And when we do arrive, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. So slow, steady practice. We'll be pausing in each pose for maybe even just 3 breaths. But if we're used to a more dynamic style of practice, this in itself may feel a little bit different. So we inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, high mountain. And pause right here. Notice if you kind of tilting your tailbone back. See if you can tuck your tailbone really down towards the floor. Spread your fingers wide and reach them high up towards the ceiling. And then from there, see if you can really anchor down your heels, the outer edge of your feet, and then mounds of your big toes, the balls of both feet. Take a full breath in. Can you draw your navel in towards your spine, your lower ribs in towards each other? And breathe out. Let's dive down, forward, forward. And slow. Wind it down. Move mind. Maybe find some movement right here. If it's feeling pretty tight to the backs of your legs, you're welcome maybe to bend one knee slightly and then the other. Your fingertips aren't quite down to the mat. You're welcome to grab blocks or cushions or books, whatever you need. Slowly starting to shift more weight into the balls of our feet, less weight into our heels. Use our fingertips as brake pads if we need for this. Finding halfway lift on our next breath in. Hands can find your shins or fingertips to the mat if you're super flexible to the backs of your legs this morning. Lengthening collarbones forwards, crown of head forwards. Tailbone draws back, shoulder blades slide down your back body. And inhale, here can you draw your lower ribs in towards each other. And then as we breathe out, let's come back to downward facing dog. And we're skipping the kind of vinyasa element of this today. Spread your fingers wide. Draw your hip creases a little bit higher in here. And then from there, can you soften your heels southward, even just by a millimeter? Can you relax your head, shake it a few times? And as you breathe out, can you draw again your lower ribs in towards each other, finding strength, finding stability through our core. Taking one more breath in right here. Full breath out. Stay steady. Look forward on your inhale. Bend your knees. Keep your hips up and back. And exhale. Tiny little steps in slow motion to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Breathe in and pause. Again, legs drawing towards each other. Collarbones draw forwards, crown of head forwards. Can you really make your back flat? Exhale, forward fold. Keep your lower ribs drawing in as you hinge down. Pausing here again, pad out your knees if you're feeling tight. Finding a steady breath. Inhaling fully. Exhaling completely. High mountain, let's rise slowly up to standing. Arms reaching all the way up towards the sky when you arrive. And tailbone draws down, lower ribs knit in, fingers spread wide. Find your heels. Find the outer edges of your feet. And anchor down the balls of your big toe. Inhale, maybe even looking in between your thumbs. And exhale, hands find your heart center, palms connect. Take a deep breath in right here. And as we breathe out, I'm going to step back to warrior two. Slowly stepping left foot to the back of your mat, as far back perhaps as you can. So you've got quite a long stance going on. Turn your upper body to face the left long edge of your mat. It's going to be a nice deep bend into your right knee. And your left leg is going to be straight and strong, grounding down to the outer edge of that left foot. Can you reach both arms out? So right fingertips are reaching forwards. Left fingertips reaching towards the back of your mat. And then checking in with your shoulders. Often we tend to relax our left arm, our back arm down a little. Can we maybe think about lifting left arm in line with our right? So creating one long line from our right fingertips to our left. So one more breath just here, looking in between towards your right fingertips. Inhale. And as we exhale, finding the solid ground beneath our feet. And let's breathe in and straighten our right leg. Turn right toes in, left toes out. And then we'll find warrior two on the left side. So our left knee bends, left toes pointing towards the back of the mat. Thinking about keeping our hips open, our shoulders open down that left side of our mat, which now looks like our right side, but the same side as before. Looking over our left middle finger. Finding the ground beneath our feet, trusting our feet to keep us stable, to keep us grounded. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Let's breathe in, straighten our right leg. Sorry, our left leg. Turn our left toes in. Point our right toes forward, so back to warrior two on the right side. Let's release our left arm down our left leg. Reverse warrior, right arm reaches up and back. Create a long line down our right side body to our right fingertips. Reach and lengthen through our right side. Look above towards your right fingertips. That feels good. Take a deep breath in. Think a little deeper into your right knee. Exhale. Inhale, reach back a little bit more. And as we breathe out, slowly windmill your hands down to frame your right foot. You're going to step our left foot forward to lift your left heel. Step forward, halfway lift, breathe in. And forward fold, breathe out. Inhaling to high mountain. Let's come all the way to standing, reach both arms high. And exhale, hands find out. For the sake of balance, I'm not just going to step our left foot. Right foot back could be the Ashtanga. We're going to mix things up though, just to keep things balanced. So slowly now, going to step our right foot to the back of our mat. Got an obstacle course going on for me this morning with a little Seren in the middle of my mat. Finding warrior two on the left side. So our left foot is forward. Left knee is bent. Right leg is straight and strong. And arms extending out either side. 2 more breaths right here. Allow your feet, your legs to be a foundation. Rise through the waist. Find lightness through your upper body. And see if you can create lightness through your legs and your feet even as you do that. A long breath in. Full breath out. Reverse warrior, breathe in. We're changing things up this time. And pause here again. 2 breaths. So right arm is tracing down that back leg, your right leg. Little to no weight in your fingertips there. Left arm reaching towards the back of the mat. But keep the deep lunge into your left knee. 1 deep breath in right here. Warrior two, exhale. Let's straighten our left leg on our in-breath. And this time we'll move into triangle pose, staying on the left side. So left fingertips reach forwards. Left hip draws back, create length through that left side. And then left hand down to the left leg. Little to no weight into that hand. And the right arm reaches towards the sky. Try and spiral the left side of your ribcage to the underneath side. towards the right side of the mat, the side that you're facing, so lengthening actively through both sides. Can you look towards your right fingertips? Although that doesn't feel too good for your neck, no obligation to do so. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, let's come all the way up to straight-legged warrior two, so left leg stays straight, but reach your arms out wide. And exhale, pivot round on your feet. Warrior two on the right side. Right knee is bent now. Right fingertips pointing towards the back of the mat. Left leg is straight, left toes draw in slightly relative to that left hip. Let's pause again, 2 breaths right here. Find that steady breath. Reverse warrior, inhale, bend to the right knee still. Right arm up and back. Sometimes I like to play with the variation, just looking down towards our left foot, our back foot. See what feels good for you through your day. Keep your legs strong, the deep lunge into your right knee. Find your breath. Inhaling, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Right fingertips reach towards the forwards relative to where you are right now. Draw your right hip back. And exhale to triangle, Trikonasana. Right hand down your right leg. Left hand to the sky. Try and stack your shoulders. So not trying to round through the spine. Try to keep left hand reaching straight up. If you need to bring that right hand higher, I really recommend you do so, because the last thing we're trying to get is kind of like a compression or like a collapse into that right side. So we're trying to think about both sides when it's getting really long. So right side ribs trying to spiral out towards the side of the mat that you're facing, the left. One more big breath in right here. Full breath out to stay. Straight-legged warrior two, I'm calling it, breathe in. You'll pivot round to warrior two, facing the front of the mat. So left toes face forward, left knee is bent, right leg is straight, outer edge of right foot is grounded. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Left side, so left knee stays bent, left hand reaches high. Pause for a breath out. Deep breath in. Exhaling, windmilling both hands. All the way down to frame your left foot. Lift your back heel, your right heel. And stack your right foot forwards to meet your left. Halfway lift, breathe in. And forward fold, breathe out. High mountain on your inhale. And hands to your heart, breathe out. Finding your breath. Finding your feet. Outer edges of your feet grounded. Heels anchored down. Can you also bring your big toe mounds, the balls of your feet down to the mat as well? We're going to move a little bit of a balance. It's cliche, but I find that tree pose is one of our most grounded kind of rooting down poses that we can cultivate in this time. So we're gonna find some tree pose. I'm gonna face the front of the mat, and so are you, just avoiding confusion.
You're going to super mindfully, with control, begin to lift your left heel. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Try and keep the ankle underneath the knee. And the knee in line with your hip. So 90-degree bend to that left knee. Right leg stays straight and strong. Can you find your right heel? The outer edge of that right foot. And then really anchor down the big toe mound of the right foot. Because I often find when we lose our balance, it's because we've lost that connection of the big toe. Can we find stability through our right glute? So the back of our right hip, can we start to engage there? Find your breath. Left knee up towards the left. Breathe in, opening the hip. And without using your hands, place the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Doesn't matter where it lands. Just try not to use your hands so we can instead use the strength of our legs and our hips. Press your left foot into your right leg. Your right leg into your left foot. Find your stability. Find your center. Find your steady ground. 2 more breaths. If you want to feel a little bit more light, you're welcome to reach your arms to the sky. So breathe in, bring our hands back to our heart if they are not there. Exhale, slowly release your left foot from your right leg. Draw your left knee as far out towards the left as you can, left foot underneath your knee. Bring your left knee back through center, breathe in. Slowly release your left foot down, exhale. Moving to the other side. All the way into your left foot now, left heel, left pinky toe edge, left big toe mound. Find your balance, find your drishti. Slowly bringing that right knee in towards your chest. Again, can you really activate your left glutes, particularly your outer hip of that left leg. Can you make sure that right ankle is underneath right knee, that knee is in line with head? Can you lift up through the chest? So we're not rounding through our back. And draw our lower ribs in towards each other. Find stability through our core. Right knee out towards the right. Breathe in, opening the hip. Staying strong through your left side. Then exhale to tree pose. Right foot to the inside of your left leg without using your hand. Press left leg into right foot. Right foot into left leg. Standing tall, like a tree, like a cliche. And if you want a bit of lightness, you're welcome to reach your arms high. Take up space, expand. Taking 2 more breaths wherever we are. Just being completely in awe of your left ankle right now. All the little tendons or the soft tissue they're working so hard, keeping us balanced, even as we are right here. Hands to our heart, breathe in. And exhale, keep your balance. Tally, draw your right foot out towards the right. Inhale, right knee back through center. Exhale, right foot down to the earth. Finding our stable ground. One last time, sweep your arms to the sky, high mountain movement with the breath, we're moving slow. Dive down, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale. One last downward facing dog for the row. Bend your left knee, press your right heel down, inhale. And exhale, bend your right knee, press your other heel down. One more time, either side. Straighten both legs, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, hop or step down to seated. Take a moment, find your seat. Just noticing where, again, your body makes contact with the earth. Check in with your comfort. Get as comfortable as you can be. Can you relax your face? Have a little bit of a smile, maybe if you feel able to in this moment. Soften your features wherever you are. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. It probably felt pretty good. And settling into some stillness. You can even close down your eyes if that feels good. Or looking at in front of you, but down. Nothing in particular if that feels bad. Now, choice is yours. Your palms can place down on your knees if you still feel like you need to find a lot of grounding. If you feel pretty grounded, you want to feel a little bit maybe more light, you're welcome to place your palms, your backs of your hands onto your knees. So your palms face up. Enjoy some breaths right here. Relaxing your hands, your shoulders, your face. Relax your core, your heart space. You relax your knees, your hips, your legs, your feet. Can you find your breath? Staying exactly where you are for as long as you need. So enjoy a little bit of time for you. Start your day in the right way. Taking some steady breaths. Find some steady ground. Not trying to do anything, not trying to change anything. Just enjoy where you are right now. Remembering now that this is all temporary, this temporary normality. This is our cocoon. That good things, that incredible things are coming up. And for now, our focus is on finding steady ground. Thank you, all of you, so much for joining me this morning. And I hope you have the most yummy, delicious day ever. If anybody needs anything, DM me, email me, whatever you need. Otherwise, I'll be back same time tomorrow. Namaste, yogas. Thank you so very much.
I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me.